Guess who stressed for 3 weeks about getting her hand in as well as getting all of the videos for the 3.5 anniversary done. And then when she relaxed after finishing everything, she instantly got sick. If you guessed milk for more Sekai, you would be 100% correct. So this is why I once again sound like I've been hit by a truck for this video. You will have to excuse the voice quality. But with that out of the way, the 3.5 anniversary event has come to a close. Of course, the celebration continues until April 30th, so make sure to keep logging in each day for the 3 exchange shop tickets as well as finishing all of your stamp missions before the duration of the event ends. So we are entering the road to 4th anniversary with our first permanent event of April being Knowing the Unseen. Knowing the Unseen will run from April 10th to April 18th and is a 9-core 25 unit focused event in the pure attribute. This is an ENA focused event with the supporting cast being MAFUYU, Mizuki, Kanane and 9-core 25 Len. With the event synopsis reading as follows. Lately, ENA's mind has been filled with one thing, whether she should apply to an art school or not. However, the more she thinks about it, the more impatient she gets, and this has been reflected clearly in her artwork. ENA later confides her problems to her art teacher, Yukihira, noticing how she hasn't been doing well lately. He proposes an extracurricular lesson to her. With this being a standard permanent marathon event, we will have 2 new exchange shop cards being added alongside the event. Taking the 2-star slot is Mizuki with her card The Taste I Want You to Have. And Mizuki is a cool attribute card with a perfect locker skill. With Mizuki being of the cool attribute, she will see use in 3 different events. The first one is Wonder Horror Test of Courage that will run from August 31st to September 8th. In the gacha for this event is Honami, Emu and MAFUYU, meaning that Mizuki is only ever available with a 50% bonus, making her new exchange shop card higher gameplay value. The second event she will see use in is With Our Hands Covered in Wounds that will run from November 30th to December 8th. This is a limited 9-core 25 unit focused event with ENA, Mizuki and MIKU in the gacha, meaning of course that Mizuki is available with a 70% bonus, making her exchange shop card from Knowing the Unseen lower gameplay value. And the final event Mizuki will see use in is Unreliable Notes that will run from the 20th of March to the 28th of March 2026. This is a permanent 9-core 25 unit focused event with Kanade, MAFUYU and ENA in the gacha, meaning that Mizuki is once again higher gameplay value as she's only ever available with a 50% bonus. So Mizuki definitely has some solid future usability, but our second character in the exchange shop is Kanade with her card Not Used to Getting Up Early. Kanade is a cute attribute card with a scorer skill called Astonishing Bed Hair. Due to Kanade being a cute attribute card, she will see use in a single event, being Where Does the Path of Thorns Lead To? This is another 9-core 25 unit focused event of the permanent variety with Mizuki, ENA and Kaito in the gacha. This of course means that the 3-star Kanade from Knowing the Unseen will be higher gameplay value as she's only available with a 50% bonus during this event no matter what you do. And as always, both of these cards will be available through the exchange shop for the standard exchange shop prices once the event proper opens. And of course, running alongside the event is of course the event gacha Drawing Blooming that will run from April 10th to April 20th. This is a standard permanent gacha, meaning that the 3 cards added with the gacha will enter the standard gacha pool once the event ends. The 3 cards added with the gacha will be considered the focus cards of this event, meaning that in event team building these cards will grant the 70% bonus that is standard. And since the event is of the pure attribute, all 3 of the cards added will be of pure attribute as well. And of course, the first character to be added with the gacha is the focus character of the event, ENA with her card The Emotions in the Art.
どんな気持ちだったんだろう
ENA is a scorer skill card with the skill name A Thank You Cheesecake, and scorer skill cards will grant you a 100% score bonus for 5 seconds at talent level 1. And as always, all 3 of the cards added with the gacha will all come with a unique costume each, ENA's being called Resolve One Piece Dress. Due to Enna being of the pure attribute, she will see use in 2 different events. The first event in question is Reeling in the Lights that will run from June 20th to June 28th. This is a Nightcore 25 unit focused event with MAFUYU, Mizuki, and Nightcore 25 Rin in the gacha. This of course means that Enna is only ever available with a 50% bonus during this event, making her card from the Knowing the Unseen gacha higher gameplay value. The second event where Enna will see use is Put Your Heart Into It Dream Stage, also known as the 4th anniversary. This event will run from September 30th to October 10th and has Airi, Toya, Shiho, and Nene in the gacha, meaning that once again Enna is only ever available with a 50% bonus, making her card from Knowing the Unseen higher gameplay value. As for new limited cards and reruns, Enna only has a single new costume upcoming. Her new costume will come from the event with her hands covered in wounds that I mentioned earlier. Once again, this event will run from November 30th to December 8th. And as for rerun, Enna has 3 upcoming options. As always, a reminder that the second rerun of any given limited gacha is the final rerun before the gacha itself is discontinued and the cards join the Recollection Festival exclusive gacha pool. The first gacha we will see is the first rerun of the Fluttering Maidens gacha, which is confirmed to be running between April 12th and April 21st this month. This gacha also has its second rerun already confirmed for November of this year. After this, we will see the final rerun of the Sporty Girl gacha in May. This is followed by a large gap before we will see the first rerun of the Photogenic Valentine's gacha in February of 2026. And this gacha of course does not have a second rerun yet confirmed. So Enna is definitely quite low on options, but moving on to our second character in the gacha, MAFUYU, and her card Leisurely Preparations.
ヒュってされると安心する。
MAFUYU is a healer skill card with the skill name The Light Left in One's Heart, and healer skill cards will recover 350 health and grant an 80% score bonus for 5 seconds at talent level 1, with MAFUYU's new costume being called Feel Light Pants. Of course, since Reeling in the Light is a Nightcore 25 unit focused event, MAFUYU will also see use during this event. And due to MAFUYU being one of the 3 gacha characters in the event Reeling in the Light alongside Mizuki and Rin, her card from Knowing the Unseen will be lower gameplay value as she is available with a 70% bonus for the event Reeling in the Light. And unlike Ina, MAFUYU does not have any other future usability. As for new limited costume, MAFUYU has 2 upcoming ones. The first one comes from an event we have already mentioned, Wonder Horror Test of Courage, that will run from August 31st to September 8th. This is followed by a new costume from the event Put Your Heart Into This One Stitch that will run from January 31st to February 8th, 2026. As for rerunning gachas instead, MAFUYU overcompensates with 4 available options. The first rerunning gacha we will see is the first rerun of the Escape the Rain gacha in May, with the second rerun already confirmed for December of this year. This is followed by the second and final rerun for the Darkness Festa gacha in June, as well as the final rerun of the Words in the Snow gacha in July. Finally, the final rerun for MAFUYU is the first rerun of the gacha What Awaits After Battle that will run in March of 2026, with no second rerun obviously confirmed. So MAFUYU definitely has a lot of options when it comes to new limited costumes and reruns. This only leaves us with our final character in the gacha being Nightcore 25 Len and his card An Intriguing Exhibition.
Sekai.
Len is a perfect scorer skill card with the skill name Contagious Feeling of Uneasiness, and perfect scorer skill cards will grant 110% score bonus for perfect taps only for 5 seconds. And the final new costume added with the gacha is called the Snuggle Shirt. As for rerunning gachas, Len of course also sees use in the event Reeling in the Lights, where he will be higher gameplay value as he is not available in the gacha and therefore is only ever available with a 50% bonus. And just like MAFUYU, he currently does not have any other future events where he does see usability. As for new limited cards for Len, he only has a single one upcoming. He will make his appearance alongside MAFUYU in the event Put Your Heart Into This One Stitch that will once again run between January 31st and February 8th, 2026. He fares a little better when it comes to rerunning gachas with two upcoming ones. The first one being the Emotional Music March that will have its first rerun in September with its second rerun confirmed for March 2026. Which is then followed by the first rerun of the gacha Your Ticket to the City of Splendors that we will see in December with no second rerun yet confirmed on the Japanese server. And that covers all of the characters added with the Drawing Blooming gacha, meaning we can move on to the event team building for Knowing the Unseen. Of course, this is a unit-focused event, meaning that all virtual singers, as long as they are part of the NICOR 25 sub-unit, will be able to grant the 50% bonus, not only Len. But looking towards the 2-star and 3-star special cases, we actually don't have any for this event. All of the 2-star and 3-star cards have joined the standard gacha pool with a pretty decent margin. Which means we can look towards the 4-star option, and this time around we have 3 events that adds more than one character at the same time to the event roster. 2 of these are unit-focused events, but 1 is a mixed event. The mixed event in question is What's on Your Mind Exciting Picnic that added both an Enna and a Mizuki to the roster. With the first of the 2 unit-focused events being Someday from the Depth of Despair that added Kanade, MAFUYU and Mizuki, which is then followed by the event Immiscible Discord. With Immiscible Discord adding a Kanade, an Enna and a Mizuki to the event team building roster. This only leaves us with 5 additional cards that comes from purely mixed event, with 4 of those being some form of limited card. The single permanent card to be added is the Enna from the event Sekai's Happy New Year, with the 4 limited cards in order of release being MAFUYU's Colorful Festival exclusive card from the first half anniversary of the game. This is followed by yet another card for MAFUYU from the event at this festival, Bathe in Twilight, also known as the second anniversary. This is followed by a card for Kanade from the event To You, My Caring Companion. With the final card being added being a unit limited card, more specifically Kanade's from the World Link event Searching for Sunken Shadows. And that covers all of the 4-star options we have for the event team building, with only a single birthday card available in the form of the Kanade birthday card from the second year of the game. And this is our final roster for the event team building. And for being a unit focused event, this is a weirdly weak unit roster. With only 13 4-star cards available, it is one of the weakest unit rosters we have seen in quite some times, and I do think that that is a big reason why NICOR 25 basically has 2 back-to-back pure unit focused events. And despite this being a unit-focused event, meaning that all virtual singers, as long as they are a part of the unit, can bring the 50% bonus, we don't have a single 4-star card that actually covers the virtual singers in NICOR 25. This means that the unit roster is even weaker, as you have a slot that is impossible to fill if you're not pulling from the Knowing the Unseen gacha and get the Len. On top of that, 2 out of 3 MAFUYU cards are limited. The 2-star selection also looks better than it actually is, as 2 of the cards are from the brand new world set added with the 3rd anniversary. But as a highlight instead for the event team building, the 3-star selection of cards is actually very strong, meaning that early game, mid game and late game players can all fall back upon the very strong selection of 3-star cards that are all quite old. So I wouldn't say that the event team building is abysmal or especially bad, but having such a small 4-star selection in tandem with a single birthday card definitely weakens the team building experience. Especially when a big bulk of the card comes from 2 very specific NIKU 25 unit focused events. On top of this, we've only seen 2 limited cards, both for Canada, since March of last year, as Invisible Discord will be a year old once this event ends. So a majority of the cards available in this event team building comes from early on in Project Sekai's lifespan, meaning that many people might have not been playing the game when these gachas ran and had no chance of getting them on the banner, making them only available if you're lucky with off-banner pulls. But I do think that the great selection of 3-star cards is something you can fall back upon as a new player, a mid-game player, or even a late-game player. So I do think that most people will be able to set together a pretty decent 250% event bonus team, but that 300% event bonus that requires you to have all 4-star cards might be more difficult if you're not a NIKU 25 fan. But I really don't have much more to say about the event team building than it is quite weak for being a unit focused event. So once the event ends, we will of course see a virtual live. The virtual live for Knowing the Unseen will run from April 18th to April 19th. Participating in the afterlive will grant you 300 crystals and a stamp, the stamp this time around of Enna called 5 minutes more. And the virtual live item added with this event is a pair of glow stick in the form of a bouquet of flowers. If you want this glow stick to customize your virtual live avatar, it will set you back 1,000 paid crystals to do so. Finally, since this is a unit focused event, there is a new commissioned song called I'm the Rain. This song will be granted to you through your in-game mailbox on the 10th of April. The song will release with a Sekai version and a virtual singer version, with an alternative vocal for Rin being added later in June. So if you're a big Rin fan, you can look forward to that. But with that, we have covered everything you need to know about the event Knowing the Unseen. And as I'm not a big NIKU 25 fan myself, I don't have a lot to say about this event. I definitely think that the costumes and the card art are decently pretty, and I do understand why people would want to go for this event, but for me personally, this is one of those events where I will just relax and follow along the tiering ladder. Of course, we can always make the argument, if you're on the fence, if you're gonna pull from this event, that it is a permanent event and these cards will become available in the standard gacha pool once the event ends, as well as paid gachas such as pick lists and happiness packages in the future. But this time around, I'm much more interested in hearing what you guys think about this event. Are you also going to take some relaxing downtime and just follow along the stream of this event, or are you someone who is really interested in Enna's story and are going to tier on this event? As always, I love to hear your guys' opinions, and I do try to read every single comment I get. But due to getting sick once again, I just kinda got conked over the back of my head, got knocked out, and just kinda lost track of the comments, so I do have some catching up to do, but I will try to read as many as possible, I promise. While you're down there, make sure that you're subscribed, have rung the bell, left a like, and share this video with a friend, as all of these things help immensely in my growth as a channel. And of course, I want to extend a special thank you to all of my Patreons for continuously supporting me. With an extra big thank you to all of my append players, being Ollie, Bambi, Charlie Toyaism, Helen P001 Star, Katie, Mia Marie 21, Opal Siren, Peterish, Ramaru, Shoop, Snobby Hickory, and Veritas Uru. As always, I cannot thank you guys enough for actually supporting me financially in my dreams of becoming a full-time creator at some point. And if you wanna join them in supporting me that little bit extra, the link to my Patreon will be down in the description. But with that, thank you for making it to the end of this video. I will not keep you here any longer. Let's get out of here for the week.